Okay, hey guys. Yeah, we're jumping in here. Now we're gonna go a little bit behind the curtain a little bit. So one of the things that we got to do is there's still some setup left to do. We're jumping in with Fallout Anomaly. This is another Wabbajack list that we just installed yesterday, and it took a bit. It really did take a minute to keep trying to install it. Now, what I am seeing, and it's to me, it's happening too often, and I'm not crazy about it, but it seems like this is the way the lists are going. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna see if I can actually. You see, audio is not. I can't do anything with audio. Part of me wants to be able to turn. There it is. Okay, wants to be able to turn it down a little bit right now. You see, it doesn't give me access to the music, so we'll try that. Now, I do have the gameplay set to survival, but I think that actually is not necessary. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on normal right now, because I think there are survival mechanics already in loading mods for this. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then it's back here, let it save. Now, we're going to start it again. And then the first thing we have to do, though, is we're going to go into the MCM and run one of the things they've created for us. But back to what I was saying. What I'm finding is a lot of these mod lists now are requiring that you have the creation kit downloaded and other particular files that I don't know that if you're not a mod creator, I don't see that they should be necessary. And the whole point is creating the mod list through mods that have already been created by somebody else, without requiring you to have all these extra additional files
War.
that a simple person
War
who
never
uses
changes.
mods don't know about and don't have experience with. And so it was like
In the year
one of the mod lists,
1945,
and I don't want to
my
talk through this, so
great-great-grandfather,
we'll go ahead and let this go real
serving
quick.
in the army,
My bad.
wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
I like that opening, except I do have one criticism. The plane dropping. All right, so welcome to Fallout Anomaly. This is a hardcore survival mod list built for players seeking realism, challenge, and immersion, featuring mods like Damn Apocalypse, MAIM, and True Damage. It delivers brutal combat, deadly AI, and deep survival mechanics packed with new enemies, quests, weapons, armor, and upgraded visuals. Anomaly transforms Fallout 4 into a gritty, unforgiving experience. None of what I just read is truly what I like in games, right? I don't like brutal combat. I don't like, you know, I like survival mechanics. I do like tough combat. I do like, you know, but I want there to be some forgiving. I want, I don't mind gritty, but you have to, you know, pardon my leave for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a chance, right? You know. So room to grow. So proceed to MCM info. You have selected to add the Cazador to both NPCs and vendors. Okay. After creating your character and taking control, press escape and open mod config, and then select Fallout Anomaly Settings Manager. Apply the Fallout Anomaly preset to ensure correct balance, difficulty, and that all mods are set up correctly. I understand and will apply the config. Very important to do. You have selected to add the Cazador ammo to level list. After applying the MCM preset, make a save using a survival pack or chair, then reload it to ensure all settings apply. Need help? Join us on Discord.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
All right, so we got to do this. Just give me a moment. My daughter is trying to call me. We're in the same house, so, you know. All right. Now, I'm concerned about the radiation poisoning thing. Now, we do have, as you can see, presets, which is very interesting. All right, let's see. Just want to see what this looks like. I hit the load button, but Carter is not loading. How about Carson? Okay, Carson loads. All right, is Carter a female? Bruce. Brom. Brandon. Ludo. Wait, Billy. Okay, no. Bernard. We'll talk about the lack of color in the selection another time. Seriously. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, that's a guy. That's a girl. Oh, finally. I mean, almost. You have to use this name set right there, right? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. If I were to use, let's just go back to this one, because you almost have to use it because of the, all right. So say we back this up a little bit, and then we go into the face, and then we hit color. Now, I am a light-skinned black man, so I'm trying to, so we wouldn't do coffee, amber's too dark. Sadly, let's go
Oh,
here.
looking good.
Now let's go to mouth. Then let's go type.
Looking good, if I do say so myself.
Not at all, actually, bro.
Such a great smile.
Alright. And then let's sculpt you a little bit. Okay. And then... we'll
Not
accept
bad.
that. Alright, let's go to
Not bad.
nose. We get the full nose. There's the tip, bridge, nose, full, tight.
Such a cute nose.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Alright, no pug.
Hun, you think my nose is too big?
And sculpt it a little bit. Scale. Oh, that's an awful nose. Is this doing anything? Okay, that does something. Alright, let's bring that back. Yeah, we want it down a little bit. Oh god. Oh god. Undo. Other way. Okay. Yeah. Alright.
As handsome as the day we met.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But eyebrows type I do not like.
Not bad.
Eyebrows are not what, arched?
So handsome.
What the F, man?
Well, hello, handsome.
I don't like it. I prefer this, to tell you the truth. Okay, so usually I just take and yeah,
So handsome.
move them up here, eyebrows, type.
What do you think, hon? Roguishly handsome or handsomely roguish?
Actually, there we go. Just gonna, where's the, I forgot how to do the beard. We don't need to do much here, to tell you the truth. Alright, let's go back. Extras. Yeah, my wife always she married me for my what do you call it? Dang, man. Every time I start talking. Every time. Sorry. Oh, this is awful. Nope, I didn't want to do that one.
You look as good as the day we met.
Unfortunately, it doesn't let you
I clean up pretty nice.
little Mike Tyson there.
Oh, very strapping.
Oh God, no. That's the one we just looked at, right? Yep. Yep, we just did that one. Wait. There we go. Take it back to black.
Looking good, if I do say so myself.
And then one last thing. I'm going to apply that one. And then that one. And we're gonna, that one. Okay. And then,
Oh,
accept.
that's the face I fell in love with.
And then we got to go back to... Where's my hair, man? Am I missing it? Or is it one of the new pieces down below? See, the sad thing is, I mean, no matter what, I know, right? I mean, I don't know why I'm all the way up here. They're not going to have what it is that I'm going to want. But I figured, you know, might as well give them a chance. The problem is, the further up I go, the longer we have to... Well, I guess I can cancel. Come back in. But it looks like all these hairstyles are really just meant for the ladies. Well, not really, but... Let's just say that my type of hair is very underrepresented here. I mean, we could go something like that, but I wish it was smaller and shorter. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Oh, dang. What's going on in the back there? I have to stick with something like that. Yeah, see. Enlisted, really? Yeah, see what's going on back there. Alright. As long as we don't have any issues, we can deal with that.
Yeah, not bad.
I would love to figure out how to do the facial hair. Right? I mean, does it not make sense that you can't do the facial hair? Maybe I need to go back to mouth. Yeah, not that one. Wait, chin. There it is. Let's see what we got. Okay, so did you go some good ones? Alright, so which is kind of like a combination of a few. Don't like the prospector beard. Let's see. Don't like those mustaches. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. Don't like that one. I do like that. I think it's either going to be this one. I do like a lot. Not absolutely crazy about this one. Is not bad at all. Might be going. Might just kind of. So it's either this one or this one. We're gonna do that.
That's my handsome guy.
Alright, buddy. We used to work out, but now we've slipped a little bit. And then, let's see. I don't think. Do we overlays? Let's see. Alright. So we are going to put some tats. We're going to go there. Wait, add. Alright, visibility tattoo. Select. Okay, accept. And we're going to do the right arm. I think we're going to go with I'm going to go with that one. Select, accept, and then we're going to make sure we are going to put that on the back. Select, and then we're going to choose this one. Okay, and then let's see. I don't think we have much choice here, so since we don't, okay, that's where we're at. Alright, so we're gonna stay there, we're gonna accept, and accept. Now, I don't actually have tattoos, so yes, it is ironic that I added all those tattoos. You know, I've always wanted tattoos, but just never went ahead and got it done. Now, it says, once you're confirmed, managed by Fallout Anomaly, managed by, please click here. Okay. Name. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. All right. All right, this is an abomination right here. All right. Wow. I'm not happy about that at all. Is that how they... Is that how they figured out how to make the game harder? By stripping you of everything that makes you... Okay, there's one mod I forgot. I always add it, and I just totally forgot it. So probably one of the things I'll end up doing right off the bat is adding this mod in. I don't play without it. I don't. Not anymore. And then honestly, I don't really care what a mod list want you to do. There are certain mods that it's like, F you. I don't play the game without these mods in them. And, that's my stubbornness. I'm going to do what I want to do. It's my game. Your mod list is a nice addition, but that's all it is. It's an addition, and we will go with what we go. The fact that I can't get out of first person is actually fun. That's the wrong button for first person. In Fallout, for sure. That's the wrong button for... God damn it. For sneaking. But I'm not gonna worry about it just yet. All right. What I was waiting on was to see the see all those things. Finish scrolling through. Basically, the game finished loading. And then we're going to go to mod configuration, just as it asked us to do. Okay. It's still trying to figure out all the stuff. When I see stuff like Scourge, right? When you see mods like that listed, you're like, God dang it, what did I get myself into, man? Oh, it's still loading. I was about to say I'm not able to do anything just yet. So I'll bring you along for part of the ride here. I'm not gonna make you go through everything. All right, I'm not worried about that. This is the categorizer, so there we go. Welcome to MCM Settings Manager. You can comfortably save and load all your settings at once. Do you want to save your current settings to your free first slot? Okay. All right. And I'm just arrowing over. Now, this is the one that we really want to do first. See this? So there's 89 mods, 6,667 settings with 182 changed. We're going to apply that. Apply all stored settings from this preset. Now we're going to do this. Now, keep in mind, this could take a minute. The other thing too is, or it could be instant. Okay, so we're gonna save. Yeah, go ahead and save. All right, and then boom. All right, now this doesn't necessarily mean that that is the way it has to be, right? It just means at this point, these are all the suggested settings and how they should be. In the end, just give it a minute. In the end, you have full control. Never let somebody tell you, don't do this, don't do that. You have full control. It's on you how you want to run your game and play your game. You know? Now, I will tell you this though. Added mods and things like that and changes, of course, they're not supported. That's just the way it is, right? You know, nobody's, it's like, hey, I set it up this way and I'll support any issues, based on how I set up. As soon as you start modifying, as soon as you start changing things, I won't support you. I can't support you because, and then I understand it because it took them forever to get it to work just as it is, right? And then it is us that are coming back and saying, well, I want to do it differently. Well, fine, go ahead and do it differently. But then that means it's on us to figure out how to make it work so that we can have what we want. So I accept full responsibility from this moment on. So when I go in here and I decide I want to go into Mod Configuration Manager and I want to, say, change my combat, especially under true damage, and you can see incoming damage multiplier. Well, maybe I want to decrease that, right? And outgoing damage multiplier, yeah, hey. Now, does that mean it's going to play exactly the way they want it to play or the way they had it set up to play? No, it means absolutely it's not going to play. It's not going to go the way they had intended. So, but it's what I want to see, right? So you see, I'm increasing my damage multipliers, and at some point I might sit back and go, you know what, that's too much, and at that point I'll have to come back and say, okay, I gotta not dumb it down, but yeah, I gotta bring it back down. I gotta get some, get control here. Maybe I want it too much. Maybe I, so. But yeah, you have to understand exactly kind of like what you're doing and what it could mean, and then say, you know what, yeah, um, I've altered the game. It's not going to play exactly the way they said or they say, and I'm okay with that. But if you're, like I said, if you're going to do that, then you have to be okay with that. Here it is. So this, the main settings. So to turn survival features off, you have to be on survival difficulty. Okay, I'm not on survival difficulty. I mean, I could change that. Wait a minute, I want this. All right, so it's on. So you have carry weight reduction. I don't like the over encumbered damage. I never did, you know, that the game does. Enable diseases, prevent diseases while wearing power armor. I don't know if that's necessary. Here's the one thing I don't like. And usually what I end up doing is like, I don't understand the multiplier, you know? So until I better understand it, I reduce it because default is 1. Multiply the amount of points that are added to the disease amount pool. A value of 0.5 will have that points and reduce the chance of catching a disease. More info on the description page. So this is another thing too. I always reduce this because I don't agree. Sometimes it's kind of like you're it to me it gets to be a little too harsh at times, and you know, if it isn't harsh enough, I can always increase it, right? But I don't want to go through. I'd rather be at the point where I have to make it harder than, you know, fat bowing and finding out, you know, I need to dumb it, you know, decrease it. So if I start at what I think is a safe level and it's too easy, I can always increase it, but I'm not hurt as bad. But if I start at an insane level and it's like, oh, this is too much, right? Well, what's going on in my playthrough? What's going on with my character? Have I, you know, done, you know, damage that can't be undone? Have I ruined my experience? You know, does my, you know, have I ruined my thought and feelings towards the game? And if so, you know, so like I said, for me, I'm kind of the you know, better safe than sorry. So it does not hurt my feelings to start off soft and then get, you know what I mean, make it tougher as we go. So I'm not, you know, again, like I said, I'm just not all about the making the game as cruel and as harsh as possible, right? So yeah, and then you're like, so why are you playing this mod list? Well, because the mod list has potential. I think it has potential. It's just that, oh shoot, let's see. So I just want, you know, it's like, it's a great base list, but you know, I'm 100% full within my rights to you know, to tweak things a bit. That's just what I'm saying. So yeah, no, you can't. Again, like I said, it's my game. It's what I, you know, it's what I want. So I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm one of those people who, when I come in here, I just take full command of what I like, what I don't like. When I see something and it's like, yeah, I don't like that, I'm gonna just turn it off because I don't like it. You know, I don't care what anybody says. It's, if I don't like it, I don't like it. It's like, if you want it a different way, then you go do it. You know, you're gonna watch me, and I hate to say it, but you're gonna watch me do it the way that's comfortable for me. And again, I'm not gonna be uncomfortable just for someone's pleasure. So right there, it's enough. Now, the one game that I totally forgot is the Soul Survivor military.
Come on, come on, come on!
Oh
God!
That one I love. I love that mod, and the reason being is because the entire premise of this game,
and I'll get Sean back,
is that you are, you know, a former military vet, right? Either you or your spouse, one or the other, whoever you decided to be, and yet the game starts you out at level 1 with no background, no nothing. And the Soul Survivor military record works to make that different.
Why would Voltaire do this? Can't be the only one left. Hello? Anyone?
Everybody's popsicles. Now, another mod that I do is right here, and it's called immersive containers. I don't believe in what I call it. I call it set pieces. This is a set piece. You cannot interact with it. You can't select it. You can't move it. I can kick it and walk around with it, but it's a set piece. It's not meant for me to interact. It's visual, right? I can just, like I said, it does move though when I remote it, right? This, right, I can interact with it.
There.
You know, it's meant for me to interact. It doesn't do anything, but at least you get an audible response letting you know that you did do something. So here, it's the same thing, right? You can interact with it and do certain things. And so, to me, you know, that's what that was meant for. Here, right, you can interact. Here, this, all right, so these, normally you can't interact with these, and they don't do anything. So what the mod, Immersive Containers, does, first it gives you that hitbox, so that now you can interact with it, and then it puts loot in these containers, so that you can loot them. And now, immersive containers, like there's lootable crates and lootable vault type boxes. Those are mods too, but I think they put kind of crap in them, in these, so it's not as useful. Just, oh shoot, that sucks. That sucks. Why? Because we don't have a weapon. There's not a single weapon here that I can just equip right now. I can take that, but I can't equip it. Wrong button. Oh, that's awful. You couldn't give me like a weapon? How you you gonna put a zombie in there? Look. You see those? Look at those crates. They got stuff in them. I can't walk away from that. Now, the sad part is, even if I had TSS, it's called TSS MR, that kicks in once you leave the vault, and then you choose your, your history. It doesn't kick in here, so you go through the whole vault. I have not added it anyway, but we can still quick save, so I'm quick saving. That's another thing that you usually can't do. We're gonna go in here. What the F, man? When did that get put in here? Nope. Now, if I right click and do transfer, I got 215 carry weight. Right? Look, there's Knuckles. I can't equip it. I can take it. Right? I can take off. I mean, what's cool is I see that there is boxing glove. I'm being given some weapons here. The problem is nothing I can actually equip and use. The walking cane. Oh god, there's one more. I don't want to stand up. But we got two because I cannot leave loot. And there's just a pin. God dang it. Alright. So here's the thing. The question is... Oh, I got one more crate. We got to. We had to see, was this like, was it stupid? It was. Alright, so what we're doing is, I mean, we didn't really get anything good, but we now know our greed can lead to our downfall. Unfortunately, we also know that there's a pin in there, so it's not worth actually the risk. We got Knuckles too. Right, let's get out of here. Leave him locked in because I don't think we can get out of there. Is that a screwdriver? There it is. Okay, another thing you'll know about me is, you see how there's no reticle? That's gotta go. Yeah, I don't play without a reticle. Yeah. Okay, once we get the... This reminds me of, there's a mod, you escape from the vault, and it changed, ooh, God damn. It changes things very drastically. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna feel a lot better. I should have closed that door. once we, I don't know what's in here. I'll take a cup for now. Stim packs. Great. Oh, we have stim pack. Oh, I hate that wheel more than you will ever know. I hate that wheel. It's not something, but okay. So if you go to, oh, see, right and left don't do anything. There it is. You got to go up and down. But the fact that we know we now have the availability of our stim packs. So I think it's immersive HUD or something like that that has taken away our basically our reticle, our dot, and no all clear, son. Well, tech is coming. You need to leave. Well, we know that the overseer has locked this down. So, quick save. For poops and giggles. We're not very quiet. But then again, we suck right now. Dang it. See, this is the way you gotta do it. There's nothing I can do. I need water, but... Alright, let's see. Did that help at all? Well... Alright. What am I? More stim packs. Ooh, small plate, bandage, and a suit. Alright. And we are hurting. And it's possible that stim pack might be helping us over time. I'm gonna take another one. I got a ton of them, so I might as well. It says light bleed, right leg, heavy bleed, right arm. And you can see we're kind of hurting. I can't go back into the vault, lay down. We look terrible. Okay, there we go. I think we're almost back. I'm gonna say it was a win, but what was that? I'm relaxed. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We can save right there. So we're going to do an official save. Right. What was that? Did it make me eat? Why are we so wobbly? Alright, nothing in there. Cigarette. Okay. That was a very bad encounter. I'm afraid of the rad roach now. Who's not? We're in bad shape. Hold on. What is this? Stops heavy bleeds. Can I use it? Does me no good if I can't use them. Alright, wait. Man, I hate doing this. Alright, here we go. Wasn't it the IFAT? You see that? Alright. We still got some other stuff going. Okay, I hate this thing, but alright. Ooh, stim pack 2, but alright. Quick clot. There we go. Alright, and then like we're learning, man. We're learning here because I don't know. What's that? Oh, let's do some ibuprofen. What's Med-X, man? Oh, that's it. That was it. Alright. Okay. In fact, I will say this. Alright, I hate that wheel, but the fact that we can use it is just saved our lives. So, you know, I'm going to say I stand corrected. I cannot hate that wheel at this point because it's come in handy. We now know. And it's not actually, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm going to eject the holotape and just take that. I don't need anything else. The fact that there's no rad roach around here. Cave fungus, glowing fungus. I'm going to take that. What I don't like is if you were doing what's not, and I'm not gonna say don't like, but what's concerning is if you were doing, you know, a normal survival playthrough, you could take and use the bottles and fill the bottles with water, and you can't.
Gotta keep moving.
God dang it! I'm like, dude, you're dying. Well, I don't know if you're dying. All right. So this is what immersive containers does for you as well. Is what it does for you is that it. All right. I don't like this camera. I'm not a fan of the camera at all. So I'm probably going to stay in first person until I fix the camera. It's just like, it reminds me of, what's that camera that a lot of people throw in the Skyrim now? I'm just not I'm not a fan of it. And as a matter of fact, while we're here, alright, so survival. Displays your current hunter level. Enable mod. Examine all. Activate key. Show inventory option. Allows you to open an NPC's inventory from the meter. Let's say on. Knife requirement is fine. Dismembering on butchering. Dismember on butcher. Meat multiplier. Meat cap. Advanced time off. I don't know. I just can't stand. You know what? We'll do this, but because I can't stand it, right? There's nothing you can ever say to me that's going to convince me to use advanced time. So if I'll advance it a little bit. It's just, if so, if I have to, I'll advance it the tiniest fraction of a, you know what I mean? But it's a game. I understand, you want to add the realism, but to me, you're wasting gameplay time. As it is, there's so much, but the time flows by so quickly in game as it is. And then it's like you butcher one or two things and your whole day is done. And yes, in real life, that's probably true, but you're playing a game. So, do you want your entire day to be done because you decide to butcher something in game? So, I'm like, no. But again, that is me. I am hard headed, I admit. And I don't know. Adjust the time it takes to show XP after combat ends. Okay, I ain't worried about that. Flashlight, stealth fix. I'm not worried about that. Karma, if on, enemies will be able to see you properly when your flashlight is on. God dang it. I don't know what life is. Leveled item fixes. Okay. What I really want, there it is, user interface. I think I have to, if on, enemies will be, nope, it's not updating. And I can't get over there. Okay, I guess I have to, alright, I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down. So, custom camera. I don't have a profile, so features, auto vanity mode. I'm gonna take that off. Swap shoulder, toggle free cam. All right, miscellaneous. Camera speed change, pitch down zoom. I don't know what any of that means. So what we're gonna do, and you see, I don't like any of this. So it's kind of like, I just wish I could just turn it off instead of having to figure out all this stuff. What's in profile? Profile number 1. Set current camera settings back to defaults. Alright. I don't know what defaults is going to be. Alright, there we go. HUD. In truth, there's not much I can do here. It doesn't allow you to do much here, but general settings. Minimal crosshair spread. Right. Okay, that didn't do me any good. Wait, there we go. On. Show crosshair. Show crosshair. Why can I just not have my crosshair always on? Alright. Show icons. Okay. Yeah, that's... Alright. Immersive HUD. Let's see, action points. Ow. Alright. Always on. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so much other stuff that I could be messing with here. The wheel menu, all that. I'm just gonna. All right. Still don't have it. I still don't have my cursor. So I'm not happy about that. That it's not on. Shows, see, it says over there I'm hidden. Okay. Are we ready for this? I don't know that we are. Ibuprofen is worn off. Just to move around, we're actually using a lot of action points. I don't know that I like that either. We're not over encumbered. Just, you see that? Oh, we don't have that. Alright, this is gonna hurt. What is the... Why is my vision blurry? Am I still... Don't know that I need the beaker or the chemistry jar. Oh, we got a handgun already. And a carbine. Okay, here we go. See, these are not interactable. So, to me, this is set pieces. This is window dressing. They mean absolutely nothing. And they do absolutely nothing for you. And I just hate seeing that. Everything should serve a purpose.
Giant roaches.
Right?
What the hell?
Right? Who put that in there? Oh, it's my inventory. Really? Oh, god dang. See, so 1 minute passed. See, I can live. I'll take that. I won't be mad at it. Not saying that that needs to be that's accurate, because it's not. But if time has to pass, that's what I'm willing to accept.
What happened
So
here? Where is everyone?
where's the other roach? Roaches. Isn't there usually like 3 total in here? All right, let's take a look. We're getting there. Nope. There's usually one that gets fried over here. Alright, let's just get on out of here. We got a big fight coming up. Oh, that means very bad things, in my opinion. What do we got here? I'm not happy. B. I don't know what the motion sensor is. Did I hear something?
Is this all that's left?
Is that only 7 shots?
Can't do that.
What? Somebody took the cryolator. Did they decide it was too easy to get open? You see that? The AP thing. I'm gonna have to look that up. Definitely reduce how much AP is just being used from moving around. And I'm not saying it shouldn't go down. I'm just saying that whatever the calculation is right now, that's too high. I don't have bats. That sucks. Well, I rely on bats a lot. Okay, the orange one is the one that concerns me. Because the question is it one of those ones that explodes with, and then has a ton of tiny ones that shoot out and just maul you? I'm surprised I'm able to butcher. I think it's the requirement was that it has a knife. I think I failed. Plutonium. There's a lot less, which means we can be in for it when we get out here. Where's the one that usually is right here? Oh, look, that door is open. Who opened that door? Now, full transparency. Generally,
is anyone alive? Did anyone get out?
there's usually more stuff in some of these boxes, these crates that we're seeing, than what we're seeing right now. I think what the competition or the mod competition is this. There is a mod there's a mod
Am I the only one left?
that is kind of like looted wasteland, and so you have, you know, one that's making it so that pretty much it's very sparse, right? Everything is very, things are very rare, and then you have this one that's adding things to the crates. A Pip-Boy 2000. Hey, look at that. So we got to tag some skills. All right. I really think that needs to be. I gotta be honest with you. I'm thinking about opportunity. And I'm thinking about that too. Oh man, there's so many things. Influence, business, gunsmithery. Engineering, unlocks the crafting of the crafting journal. Real secrets of building specialized workbenches for great technology. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I think this is the way we're gonna go. Yes. Built different. Sometimes raw physical talent just outshines the world experience. You gain flat plus 10 skill points per level, unaltered by your enemy. But naturally gain plus 2 health per level. Coding. 4 eyes. You can see better than most, but not without a little extra help. You gain plus 2 perception while wearing any type of glasses, but without them, I think we select up to 2 traits or none. Right, garage. Nope, we ain't taking that one. Alright, so alright, I like this one. And I'm going to go with that one. Alright, so starter package. Fluent. Alright. Let's see. I think I already know what I'm going to do. All right, so, excuse me. How do we bring up the Pip-Boy? That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. Okay. Didn't do anything. All right, let's jump. That's our weapon. That's to interact. Here, let's kick that off while we can. Can I see it? That's the 4 eyes trait. I think I know what the Pip-Boy button is, but we don't have it.
Please stand back.
We're still waiting for it to load up on the Scourge stuff. See, what we have to figure out how to do, and I'm going to go with user interface here. Character type, Vault Boy. Not really worried about that stuff. Clickable hotkeys. Not worried about. Well, show wait menu. Okay. Items. Utility. Open workshop. How about open Pip-Boy? Hold on a sec. I will look at this real quick. What I'm looking for is to see if, because obviously we need our Pip-Boy. Do you see it there? I do not see it there. I do see yeah, I don't see how we can get it, how we get into our Pip-Boy. And that's a huge, huge main settings. Show trajectory. Alright. Main settings. Just show me how to open my Pip-Boy, that's all. Alright, start workshop mode, open windmill. You see, these are just normal hotkeys, toggle HUD. I don't even know what a condition boy is. Oh, that's probably the what's the name thing. The little figure that we see sitting there. Yeah, see, look at that. I don't know what that's gonna do. But without the Pip-Boy, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Show button hit bar. 24 hours, yep. Fix tab, show, okay. There, wait, Pip-Boy. Enable Pip-Boy categories, compatibility. Yeah, just, I don't get it. I don't get it. How about introduction to Pip-Boy? Really? See, at this point, I wouldn't even object if the Pip-Boy selection was on here, but it's not. So right now we're kind of screwed, right? All right, that's yeah. Didn't do anything.
Am I the only one left?
Guys, we can't go on if we can't figure out if we can't figure out how to get the Pip-Boy to work. You know, it doesn't do anything for us. And in here, it's like I can't equip it from here. So the question is, how am I supposed to get to my inventory? All right. Supposed to be there.
Enjoy your return to the surface.
I'm
And
hoping
thank
that
you for
at some
choosing
point,
Vault Tech.
maybe when we leave the vault, you can actually access your Pip-Boy. The problem is, and one of the key things that concerned me right off the bat was the B button being used to sneak, and then the back button, which is what you're supposed to use to toggle first and third person, is now not. And what I'm thinking is this game is set up for play with the PlayStation 5 controller, where I'm thinking the pad is what would probably bring up the Pip-Boy. And now it said it supports the Xbox controller, which is what I'm using, but obviously not very well. And then, you know, also the B button is also not just your Pip-Boy, but your flashlight as well. And you don't have that anymore. The A button doesn't do anything because it doesn't need to. X. Y. Here's the back button. The back button used to, like I said, toggle first and third. Now it does nothing. There's R3, right stick button. Yeah, the click. Right stick click. Right? So that's where, then this used to be your sneak. Here's left stick click. That's doing absolutely nothing. RB. LB, that's doing absolutely nothing. There's your left trigger.
Tested radiation levels safe.
Who was that? That was a robot. I can't see him though. Why can't I see him? Because I have the 4 eyes trait, but I can't put my glasses on. I have glasses. This is also immersive containers. So I have glasses. Now, what's cool is I do like this effect because I wear glasses normally. And this is what things look like without glasses. So it is this, that is cool. Right? That is actually really cool. What's not cool is one mod that I always had is backpack for the Commonwealth. But it told me that, you know, it was, when I tried to add it, it was saying, hey, do you want to replace, it's already there, you can replace it. And I'm like, no, not necessary. If it's already installed, I'm not going to install it again. Well, one of the things that happened when you first come out of the vault with that mod installed is that it will, you know, open up and let you choose some settings. Now, granted, that could have already been done when we did the MCM stuff. So all those could be set, so it doesn't need to open up and ask us that. But again, when I play, it's a very huge part of it because I do hoard and loot so much. And then since I hoard and loot so much, you know, I want to know that, see right here, I don't know what's going to happen. Nope. Alright. Nope. I can't see. So I don't know what's in here. I'm walking into a place, and this is literally, which for all intents and purposes, this is actually really cool because it does show you, like, if you lose your glasses in a situation like this and you're as blind as I am, this is literally what you're facing, right? You're walking into a room literally not able to see a daggone thing, and you know what I mean, if there was somebody hiding or something that was in there, you know, about to do you harm, you're like, it's nothing I can do about it. All right, I can react, and that is it. But until we figure out how to get the glasses on, and you'll see the world difference, right? If this is done, like I think it's done, you'll see a major, okay, I can't see what the gate is. There it is. You'll know, you'll see that there's just a world of difference
Suggested radiation levels sync.
with glasses than without. And like you hear that voice, but you can't see where it is, and you have no idea if that robot voice you're hearing is actually friendly or not, and how close is it. You you hear that? But what is that? What's causing that? You don't know. We don't know. And I'm walking towards certain things right now because I know they're there, right? The silk beans, the hub flowers. I know where to go to get them. But look at that right now. And then, you know, if you squint, and we can't squint, but if you squint, you can kind of see the big shapes. Unfortunately, this poor guy is in a world of hurt. But if, like I said, if there was something meaning to do you harm right now, and then like I know there's some what's the name, flowers over here. But seriously, blood, was it blood loaded, blood flowers? I can't think. So we're gonna come over here just a little ways. What is it called? Blood leaf. Right? But I know they're there. At no point did we see them. And say, yeah, let's go pick those. I just know they happen to be there. Hey, we're home, I think. Right? Alright. Okay. Now the fact that we sleep. Now I like that. I like that you can sleep on the couches in this one. Now. The thing is, so there's something in there, yes. But we are in no shape or condition right now to actually go fight anything. Not until we figure out the Pip-Boy. And that's just it. I don't know that there's any key. Alright, let's go here and let's figure something out. Settings, controls, toggle POV workshop, which is, okay, point of view, jump sprint, snake. Okay, that's the toggle sprint. I don't like that, but okay. Pause, we know that. Yeah, you see, not everything is being used. So there are certain buttons that we could use. Be a sneak. I don't like that. I don't like the configuration. But we don't know how to change that. So this might be where I call it, just until we can figure out what to do about the Pip-Boy. Because right now, the Pip-Boy is not available to us. And it should really be here, right? And we should see right now how we would access this. This is what I want. I want to figure it out. I don't know what unfold settings means. Mouse wheel scrolling amount. And hey, alright, this one. Let's just visual for physical rebounding. Alright, let me see something real quick. Yeah, my keyboard is disabled, so I can't even use that. Hold on. Alright.
Adjusted radiation level sync.
There we go. Let's see if we can. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do this every single time to get in here. Let's see. Peril. Wedding ring. Black coat. Let's just do everything. Black rim glasses or just sunglasses? I think we're gonna go that route. Oh, canine hard to. Maybe we'll do this. Then let's return. That's everything, right? Under armor. What is under armor? Right? Okay. Uh-oh. Doesn't let you... I don't know. Where did I put that? Alright, let's see. You know what would be good? Oops, wrong one. Alright, so nothing here. Alright, so you can see, now we can see. And then that is the difference of when you have when you have glasses on and when you don't. This motion blur, I think this is what it is, or their attempt at motion blur. I detest nothing. Actually, this might be the AP stuff. I don't know if that's doing anything. I just will tell you that nothing will annoy me. Nothing will annoy me more than added things that mess with my stamina bar. I don't, and then I mean, I'm not gonna argue with people that want it added in there to make things harder, but I got it just, no. And it's always a hard no. You start messing with the stamina and adding extra things that deplete stamina, and yeah, we will do everything in our power. Not saying that I've figured it out. I haven't, because it's still depleting as we move. Because, again, I think it's stupid. Because right now you can't even walk across the room without it blurring, right? And in certain games and certain situations, you can't attack if you don't have stamina. and specifically in, say, Skyrim. So if it takes all your stamina to walk across the room and you're sneaking up on somebody, you got to sneak up on them and then sit behind them for a minute to get your stamina to replenish before you can then make your attack. That's stupid. And more than likely, it's unrealistic. That's not what happens. And then, two, you'll be detected before you even attack. So you're purposely adding in something that, in my opinion, is just asinine. And it, to me, it doesn't add anything to the game. Yeah, this little bug. This is, for me, this is the part about Fallout that just bothers me more than anything is this. I don't think you get this in Skyrim, no matter how many mods they add. It's like, what in the world were you doing? And it could be the settlement system, right? That's causing it and is causing. But to me, it's unimmersive, right? It's a pain, and trying to figure through this. We had in another game, it's like at some point, to me, it's like if you're gonna put a mod list together, and when you do, and it does this, take that mod out. That mod is useless. That mod is not adding anything to your game that's making it worthwhile. And then what you do is you end up with people that go ahead and down your mod list, and then they're frustrated and they're annoyed. And then the question is, okay, is it my PC? Is it potato? Is it that, or is it just a conflict of the mods? The mods don't work well together. And if that's the case, then why would you put them together like this? If this is the possible outcome, what happened to my floor? That is the question. You see that? And then what it tells me is, and it begs the question, did you, did you, I'm not going to open this because it said it's empty. Um, did you even test your own mod list? And for me, it's like this.
Level 6.
I'm a proponent that when you're testing, you test on the potato, or you test using the minimal requirements that you say are required to run the game. And that's what you got. If you are telling me that the minimum level of computer is this, that means your game runs optimally on that computer and only gets better with better machines. But it has to run fine. This is not fine. This is not fine on the minimum settings or that you provided as, yes, the game will run, and here's the minimum settings that you require. And if it doesn't, then you need to say, okay, this game was meant for just this type of machine, and yeah, you can't play it on your little potato computer. Now, is this a potato computer? I don't think so. I mean, I will say this, it is a laptop with a 4080 RTX graphics, and I'm not going to say, graphics card, but graphics driver or whatever GPU. But obviously, there's issues. Alright, so we will open this. I only got one lockpick.
That's it.
Alright, this is different. Oh, you only get 2 chances, and there was 0 likenesses. Alright. So this is different. Okay, yeah. That's it. So right now, what did we pick? Neon, and that at 0. 0 likenesses. So it's either bone or done. Or name. And we weren't able to reset the what's name. So it's one of those 3. Bone, done, or name. Because everything else has an E in the second space. And since neon, oh, name is not name either. So it's either bone or done. Alright, name has an N, starts with an M. N. Don't see flag. What is this? Oh. That's weird. But pens, all of them have E's in the second slot. So it could be done or bone. Yep, locked up. So the what's the name game is going to be harder. Don't see it. Oh, where are you? Oh, there it is. So my concern here, and we probably won't go back to the other end, but you see how this is disappearing? Well, we were running into the same issue in another playthrough where right outside our main house, right? Our house, there's a huge pit, right? And you can fall down through and into that pit. And then you had to use
Testing radiation
TCL
levels safe.
to get out of it. Right. Well, actually, let's do this and store all junk. Okay. Let's go over here and let's see what we can make. We can make dirty water. I am not making dirty water unless I actually absolutely need it, which means I will make one. Why did I do that? Well, because you need dirty water for soup. Isn't that weird? Actually, if you hit the back button here, it's supposed to, but you can see it's not working. Cook all that you can cook. Okay. So it's empty. Alright, mute fruit. I can never say that.
Loctite.
Okay, so one other thing we're going to test real quick here. One is we're testing our patience, obviously. How patient we are and how much we're willing to put up with the issues of the landscape. X12 leveled list distribution managed by follow Anomaly. Distribution as well as legendary spawns and vendors. Minimum level. Okay. I think what it's doing is telling me certain weapons are being distributed. Alright. Should have paid attention to that. Now, yes, I know where the bodies are buried. Not really, but I know where the enemies are supposed to be.
Adjusted radiation level sync.
Where's that bot? See, this is not okay. This is just absolutely not okay. It breaks immersion, and it just what it says to me, honestly, is it says we need to work on our understanding of when you put together something like this, how it needs to be tested, right? And literally, you just can't have a list that's going to do that does that. You can't. I don't. And then the question is, what mods have you put in here that are making it do that? And then it's like, well, then take them out. Take them out. Because for me, I'd rather just not have them. Usually he has a weapon. And in all honesty, I mean, if you really think about it, for me, like, where's my counter? Like, I'm running right through it, so it's not there. But, I mean, you give me Fallout with some clothes, with some clothing mods and the immersive containers, then, you know, I got no issue. As a matter of fact, I'm completely satisfied. I don't need all that other crap. And I don't want it if it's actually going to do what it's doing to the roads there. Or doing, you know, to the ground. It's like, you can keep that crap. Now, in the other mod list, the Nexars mod list that I was using, yeah, I had to go in and remove quite a few mods, and I'll be testing what it looks like now that I've took them out. See if it, and then I already went in once, and I wasn't having the same issues with the roads anymore. And because for me, it's like, you want the game to be prettier, you want it to be nicer, but I mean, it's a catch-22 in my opinion. One, it's creation kit, right? And the purpose of the creation kit, you know, is to allow for modding. The problem is to have that modding ability.
Nice.
There's a trade-off, and the trade-off is this: the quality, right? So having that ability to go in and mod and create fantastic things is great. But then the trade-off is, well, yeah, you're gonna have to live with things that aren't the best. And look at us right now.
Just
Look
did
at
radiation levels sync.
now. I don't know if it's trying to tell me that we're cold or 'cause you hear him shivering. See, look at this. That's just, I gotta be honest, it's just unacceptable. So if I was like trying to grading a mod list, this would get an F. And then all the good is canceled out by the bad. All the good is canceled out. Because so far, what good I've seen isn't head and shoulders above the bad that I see. See, anytime I like that, that is constant, consistent. So any good stuff that I've seen doesn't outshine, overwhelm, or make it so there hasn't been that moment. It was like, oh my gosh, wow. And then you see I've leveled up. I should pick new perks. How? How, Sway? Tell me. I'll be more than happy to go in and level up right now. You tell me how that's possible. How is that possible without me going in and tricking the game to allow me to do what I need to do? Alright, let's see. For me, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And then so, yeah. So would I recommend this mod list? At this point, no. I would not. Now, you see how that disappears? So what that tells me, and then let's see, yep, look at that. We're not going to be able to climb that to get onto the roof. So, right now, what's happening is all the negatives, all the bad things that we're seeing and experiencing is far outweighing any of the good stuff that we've seen. As a matter of fact, I can't list off right at this moment. Nothing comes to mind that says, oh my gosh, did you see what we could do here? What could be here? And it's like, no, it's really, oh my gosh, do you see how the floor disappears when you look up and down, how the ground is disappearing.
Adjusted radiation levels safe.
Who's talking to me? Is that my Pip Boy talking to me? Because if it is, can you tell me how to open you?
Don't think I can pick this.
So yeah, I think 4 hours is the max. True. Oh no, I think it let us go 5. All right. So you can see how normally there would be more stuff down here, but because of the looted world mod, there's way less. So there's a lot less stuff down here. So we're almost at the end here. I'll have to revise and yeah, absolutely edit the mod list. Because yeah, no, we won't play with this.
Radioactive detected. Please put on safety equipment.
We'll have to edit the mod list first. And I will tell you for a fact what's going to get taken out. Pretty much anything, any of the landscaping type stuff, any of the, and I'm going to look and I'm going to compare and see if I see any mods that I recognize from in this list that also were in the other list that I took out right off the bat. And those are going to go. And I'll let you know which ones I had to take out because to me they're frivolous. They're just extra. They're extra unneeded mods, right? I don't need that in my game, especially when the potential to ruin, and that is the word that comes to mind when I see what it's doing here, right? This is ruining my game. 100%. Now, when when Fallout did this little test and said what, you know, what level or, you know, it did set everything to ultra. So that might be something I'll dial back to, you know, to see exactly what that is. Because obviously ultra is not where we want it to be.
Got it.
But yeah, it's so like for you guys, I don't know, but for me, it's ruining my game, and it's all I can think about. It's all I can really concentrate on. Nothing else is standing out and making it so. The other thing I don't like is the way it makes me stand up after doing this, right? So instead of leaving me in a crouched, I'm standing up afterwards. So if you say you're sneaking out and you decide I'm out here hunting and I want to butcher my kill, and you know you're trying to do it discreetly without getting caught, right? In case there's another animal, you know, or there's someone dangerous around and you don't want them seeing. You don't want them to see.
Radiation level safe.
Well, guess what? Once you're done butchering or whatever, you're gonna be seen. And then, like right here, my action points are all gone. Now, granted, there is no bats system to use that your action points. But it is kind of annoying. Alright, now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to loot real quick. And see, I try to do all this stuff before interacting with Codsworth. It's like, I'll talk to you in a minute. I have no other choice. Alright, so one of the things I like to do, I like to open the workshop quick. And then we have Crazy Earl's scrapyard. I didn't want that. Now, I'm not sure exactly which one. Now, Crazy Earl should load after and have the priority of any scrap mod that we currently have right now. And right here, looking at this, tells me it does, and it's doing what I want. Oh, I want to repair. See, and then I'm seeing a lot of overlap. Some things that I'm seeing here, like this sanctuary roads, I don't like it, right? And repair with concrete. Do I need 1 out of 200 or do I need 200? Let's see, repair. I don't have the necessary. Do I need 200 concrete? Now, what is cool about Crazy Earls is it's repair. I don't like that. I want to scrap it, but you can't scrap it. So you're not helping me out at all. And I think what is happening is that's what's causing our issues. That's what you run into. Right? Because now you got mods trying to overwrite what the game originally put there for you to be able to tear down. So it's putting in assets that the game didn't originally have for you and making it so that they serve a different purpose than what you need them to. And that additional asset now that you have, right, is just mucking up the game. And if you change that M to an F, that's my opinion. So right now, it's basically making the game less. Like, I don't want to repair that. Now, I can, so say I repair it. Boom. It rains through the roof, right? So the roof doesn't work that well. And then look, it's all mucked up. I can scrap the door, but look at the floor. That just breaks my immersion, and it's not worth it. It's not worth the trade-off, what you did here. Really, it's not. And then, now, here's the thing. You see right there? See? Now, once we get in front of our old house, there's a huge ditch there that you fall into, and it's not easy to jump out of it. And it's like, look, you know, push come to shove, I'd rather just be able to scrap these houses than repair them. So, trust and believe, that will be a mod that's removed. So, yeah, right here, see, you can repair it, but I can't scrap it. That, to me, that's asinine, stupid. It needs to go. And I think it's unnecessary and just kind of a waste of mod space. And see how you see how that, right? The game already has issues. Don't add anything that creates more issues. And I feel like it just it's it's just a like I said, it's just causing issues for no reason. There's nothing gained there. Um, if I'm playing the game, I don't care if my only choice is to. I don't care that my only choice is to scrap it and then build something over top of it, something new. As a matter of fact, how often and how much time have people spent creating brand new stuff, right? The way they want it set up, the way they want it, you know? And the trade-offs isn't isn't worth it.
Ingested radiation levels safe.
We got to figure out what that radiation thing is. Is that my is that my Pip-Boy talking to me? Teasing me because I can't get into it and open it normally? So, yeah, that mod is gone, right? As soon as I get in there and find it, it is gone. It's gone. It's gone. And I guess the the major issue I have with it is really modern house repaired with only 40 steel is if I'm not mistaken, I think I don't know if Sim Settlements is in this one. It is in the other. It is in the other one. So to me, it doesn't make sense, right? If you're going to use Sim Settlements, why are you doing this? And I mean, there were so many mods that came before this mod that, you know, this particular one, and who knows, this one might have always been there, but there's been so many other mods that just do a much better job of providing a means to fix your house. So again, what we're gonna look for, and then now I gotta be honest with you, and then even Crazy Earl Scrapyard doesn't fix this. Steel and wood. There should be electronics. There should be, you know, a tube. Nothing is like you scrap a TV and all you get out of it is wood and electronics. Really? Not wood and electronics, but wood and one wood and one steel. What was the TV made of? What is it again? Yeah, one wood and one steel. That's just dumb. So that's why I always switch to Crazy Earls. But one of the things that I always depended on was being able to grab this and just tear it down. Hold on a sec. It's like, all right. Oh, this button just does not work at all. So I can't even go into... So are you telling me I gotta come all the way back over here to the bench? Like this?
Adjusted radiation levels safe.
Let's see what I got. What I can make here. Ooh, I can make a windmill. Alright, so this is the biggest one I can do. Seriously. Let's find out. And it's going to annoy me because if it is Sim Settlements doing this, then that guy's just going to follow me all around. Did I hit the wrong thing? I think I did, yep. Water. I think I'm actually going to put the pump over here. Then I can just do this. Yep. Got water. Got power. Needing people for food. And then gotta just create some beds. Which is done easy enough. person. Supposedly I can make 30 of these. Yeah, snap over here. Snap over there. And then there you go. Alright. I want one over here. But I want to, yeah, turn around. Yeah, there you go. And then I need another one right there. Thank you. And then snap one right there. Alright. And snap it around. Yep. And then I want a second one. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
You just did radiation level 6.
Okay. Right there. Yeah, you break down one radio and it gives you one rubber. Really? Alright, we do something right there. So whoever the food person is, whoever the person is coming, see this? Really? And I know what it does is, if it actually would work, would save you the trouble. Okay, one last thing and then we should go. So over here, see how there's just so many different layers.
As I live and breathe. Leaving? So soon? Was it something I said?
Yes, it was.
Codsworth.
Mr. Brooks. Oh, just tending the garden, sir. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid.
Ingested radiation levels safe.
Hey, what happened to the world?
Codsworth. What happened to the world?
The world, sir? Well, besides our geranium still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here. Things will be so much more exciting with you and Mrs. back. Where is your better half, by the by?
By the by, they came in a vault.
They came into the vault. Maybe you saw them, armed, wearing strange outfits.
Only Miss Rosa's boy running around in his Halloween costume. Over a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised. Ha ha, not like this family, sir. You and the missus have always been such a responsible couple. Oh, where is she, by the by?
They killed her.
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
All right, look. Sean's been kidnapped.
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna say it's not possible. It wasn't out that long.
No. No, that's not possible. I wasn't out for that long. Not 200 years.
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Alright, you're acting weird, man. What's wrong?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car. How do you polish rust?
Alright, stay with me, man.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were
Lifted radiation
dead.
levels safe.
I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Alright. Thanks, Codsworth.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together?
Already did.
Mrs. and young Sean may turn up yet.
There's nothing left. It's all gone.
There's nothing left here. It's all gone.
Then they're really gone, aren't they? No, sir.
Let's see. Where can I go?
Come on, Codsworth. I need your help. Where can I go?
Well, you could head into the city. Concord is nearby. But the people there aren't as put together as I am.
So there's still people there.
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the home.
Okay, so I am gonna jump in here real quick to grab this Grognak. Remember.
Yes.
There's a coffee cup. But you can see, again, this is just unacceptable. 100%. I'm going to add it there for now.
I'm coming, buddy.
Yeah, see, not being able to... Ooh, a T-49 helmet. Really? Not being able to access the Pip-Boy really puts a damper and really just completely affects the style that I play. And yeah, it's not acceptable. So that right there will be priority number one. Fixing that. Saying, okay. We must fix all this. Now, the pit that you fall into has not been as bad. But what I am going to do real quick is transfer everything so far, and then save. I do like the chair saving. All right, but then we're gonna run over here, and we're gonna see. See that there? And then since I don't think Sim Settlements is in this one, so that does put a little bit of a change to so it does change things up a bit. This Desert Eagle, how many rounds? I got 7, 13, 26, nothing. Alright, since this is my best one, that's it. 0.3, just 1. Okay. I don't have like a reflex. Yeah, like that. Can I put, I think I can put that one on. Can I put this one on? I sure can. Okay. That's all you can do. Oh. Look, we can even, but we got to get our gunsmithery up, and then so what's tall? Okay, and the barrel is a standard barrel, hard receiver. I think that's really all we can do. Powerful automatic. It's too bad. What kind of rounds does it take? Ammunition, dragon's breath. How about buckshot? I think we went with buckshot. Let's do or frag or a slug. Might be easier to find that. Okay. Which one is better? Range and accuracy are better with this one. Okay. No laser. Magazine, standard 8 round. We prefer a drum. Standard receiver, hardened receiver, calibrated. Short barrel, full stock, light stock, yeah. Large magazine. I think Halo sight is good. Compensator. I would love to have a suppressor. Oh, turn it into a riot carbine. Okay. Oh, can't do a long barrel now. Okay. Little muzzle brake, and that's it. Mm. All right. I think we've done all we can there. And then real quick, since we're here, can we do anything? I don't know what that does. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, leather right arm. Well, actually, we need to break one of them down. All right, light. Okay, can't do anything there. Can we do anything here? No. Paint. Invisible paint. I love it. I love it that you can do that. And then the same here. You can't do anything but the paint. Makes the item invisible while retaining its stats. So what it does is it so that you could have it on and just not see it. Unfortunately, we don't have anything needed for the weave, and also we don't have tinkering. So we could do ballistic weave, but we don't have that stuff yet. And then again, we don't have what we need. So right now, in order to bring up our thing, we have to pull out, we have to basically disconnect our controller, right? Okay, so we got 5 perk points available. Holy cow, so we're level 6 already. Alright, so we're gonna add 1 to strength, add 1 to perception, endurance, and we gotta pick. Okay. $81 points. Wow, that's a lot. The funny thing is I'm not fully... Alright, we gotta get this one up. Where's... Alright, gunsmithery. Where's our armor? Armor smithing. Alright, so note to self. We need to go on the other side, boost those things, and then that will allow us to, because we need, alright, so going forward, we need to really focus on tinkering. Alright. I do want to look at the holotapes, miscellaneous. Notes. Alright, they sealed the door behind me after the fight. No one's come back since. I think they forgot I was in here. Oh, this is that guy. Okay. Settings. It says blur effect disabled. Just want to see. Current setting is highlighted with dashes. Alright. Set the strength of the blur effect applied when using a combat scope. Oh, disable. Oh, the see-through scopes, which is why. Alright. No! We don't have a flashlight. See that right now. We don't have a flashlight. Yeah. And then when we
I
go
don't
into
think
third
we've met yet.
person,
It's not exactly paradise, but what is, right? With some hard work, I think this could be a decent place to live. So let me know if you have anything you need me to do.
I would, but there's nothing I can do right now. Did you need
Did you
anything?
need anything?
Not right now. We're pretty well set for the moment.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, guys. I think this is the only choice we got right now.
Radioactive particles detected. Please put on safety equipment.
So one of the things that we are going to do is we're going to slow down time. And again, so only this key is the only one that actually works right now, unless I take everything else off. Unless I get rid of the controller. And right now, yeah, there's a ton of... There's our flashlight. Wow. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it. And so, once again, guys, yeah, definitely comment what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on some of the mods that they have decided to go with in here, especially when it alters the terrain like it does. I just can't get behind it. I can't get where my floor disappears and my ground disappears constantly. I want to be able to tear down the fallen houses. I don't want to just hit a button and say repair. That I don't want to do. And I think it just leads to instability in the entire game. So that's my thoughts. So please feel free to chime in. Let me know what you think. I try to respond to all comments, and we will, like I said, after I've had a chance to go in here and basically disable, replace certain mods in the list, then we'll come back and we'll do a part two to see what the changes, what stability we gained, and if this is something to continue with. It's over 1,700 mods, so it's it's going to be a bit. It's going to be something. Okay, we'll see you next time. All right, guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you again later.